Hi everybody. I'm going to be asking you guys to draft your big trebuchet. These are the basic expectations. You have to draw from the top, draw from the side. Your lines need to be neat. You need to measure the base of the trebuchet, measure the arm of the trebuchet, have the measurements for the sling of the trebuchet, all of their names, team number, and period on the paper. That's how you're going to get credit for this assignment. I'm going to show you how to draft something really quickly and easily. This is not a perfect drafting, but it's a basic idea. You're going to be making a trebuchet. I'm not going to show you how to draft a trebuchet because I don't want you to copy my trebuchet. Really quickly, I've decided I want to make a table that's 4 feet wide. I'm going to use for each inch as the basic idea as like a scale. So for every inch that I go, it's going to be a foot. So if I want my table to be flat, I can measure down from the top. My 2 tick marks, and I'm going to make a table that's going to be 4 inches wide, 0 to 4. Now, my table is going to be made out of 2x4s, which are 1.5 inches thick. That's a 12. That's like a tenth, basically, of an inch. So I'm going to choose to make my 2x4s about this thick. I'm using 2x4 wood for the top. This is a side view that I'm drawing here. I'm going to make that angle there. All right. So that's going to be the side of my table. I'm then going to put legs on it. The legs are going to be, each one of them is going to be a foot in. So they're going to be centered right here at 3. And it's going to be the wide side of a 2x4. So I'm making that 1/4 inch wide. Go my 1, 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch on each side makes a 1/4. Alrighty. If I line this up, I know that it's nice and square. My legs are going to be 2.5 feet tall, so 2 feet 6 inches. Make sure this 0 is lined up here. So it's like that, so I know that I'm drawing a square, a straight line. 2.5 inches. Same thing down here, line everything up, line your line up, 2.5 inches straight down. And 2.5 inches straight down. All right. Okay. So this could be the side view. I'm going to label it side. All right. Now, I want to show the length of different pieces. So I'm going to say this is 2 feet 6 inches. All right. This across the top is going to be 4 feet. 4 feet. This little thing right here is 1 1/2 inches. And right here, this is going to be 3 1/2 inches. Now I've got a side view of my table. All right. From that, I can tell kind of how big this thing is going to be. You can also draw a top view. So the top view of my table is going to look like this. Once again, it'll be it's 4 inches wide. So it's going to be 4 inches wide this direction too. It's also 4 inches in every direction because it's going to be a square table. So I'm going to make sure I line this up here, line up my 0, make it nice and pretty. I'm going to draw it out this way. Okay. Do the same thing, this direction 4 to 0. That's 4 inches. Connecting these two, if I did it correctly, should also be 4 inches. And look, there it is, perfect.
Please excuse interruption. Students, if you borrowed any sort of uniform item
Okay.
today,
Now I have the top of my table. Top. 4 feet. 4 feet. This is a top piece of plywood, 2x4 or something along those lines. If I were to make it out of 2x4s, I'd need to draw in each piece of 2x4. If it's a piece of plywood, that's fine. You can imagine that maybe this is the frame for something. If you wanted it to be the frame, you could then draw in. This is really useful for your trebuchet as well. All right, I'm gonna draw in the 2x4 on the edge. So then this, on this side, I'm gonna have the wood go all the way to the end. It's gonna be the full 4 feet long. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. Full 4 feet long. Okay. Now, so I know a 2x4 is actually 1.5 inches thick. If I've got two sides of 2x4, like this 2x4 cannot then go through the wood, because that would be magic. It has to stop at the edge. And if I want to make something 4 feet altogether, that means this piece of wood is actually going to have to be 3 inches less than 4 feet, because I've got 1.5 inches here and 1.5 inches here. So that means this piece right here is going to be 3 feet and 9 inches, because 12 inches minus 3 inches equals 9. This little thing right here is 1 1/2 inch. This is 1 1/2 inch. Okay. That helps me know that I'm building my frame in that way. My lines are nice and neat. Let me add this piece of wood right here. Okay. Now my lines are nice and neat. I have a good idea of how long each piece of wood is going to be. I can start making some names for pieces. Like if I want to call this A, this is also going to be the exact same thing. It would be A. And now A, oops, a little bit neater. A equals 4 feet. We can do that. Okay. Make this B. B equals 3 feet 9 inches. B. And then you can even make a list of things we need. 2 cut. 2 each A. 2 each B. Okay. We know 2 at 4 inches and 2 at 3 feet 9 inches. Same thing can be done here. We could cut, we know that's already been done because this is actually piece A. All right, now we can add piece C into it. All right, piece C is 2 feet 6 inches long. Okay, C equals 2 feet 6 inches. And we're gonna need not just 1 and 2, but since this has got depth to it, it's gonna need 4 of those legs. So we would need 4 each C. All right, that's the basic idea of how to draft something up so you can kind of build off of it in the future. Your guys' trebuchet, remember, you're gonna have to have the sling, the arm, all that stuff is gonna have to be on there.